Hello air signs, welcome to Timsy Naked Tarot, or welcome back to Timsy Naked Tarot if you are a regular viewer. If you are new here, don't worry, Timsy is not naked, the tarot reads are naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can. Okay, we are doing a monthly overview for March to see what's happening within March for you air signs. It's quite simple. I pull out a rune from my rune bag here, and we just place that there like that. And then we'll have a look at that. Get 5 cards out there, each one represents the week of the month, and the last one will be the last few days of March going into April. Okay, then some clarifiers. So let me have a look. Oh, well, you got the same one that the Earth signs had. You got Elhaz in reverse. Elhaz is the sage plant, or it is also known as the elk, because that is meant to represent an elk's head, believe it or not, but it's in reverse. So it's protection, it's magic, it's let's have a quick look, see what else it is. Oh, look, it's gone straight to the page because I had it open already. It's opportunity, it's defenses, but it's in reverse. So maybe you're missing the opportunity, or you might miss the opportunity for some reason because you're not going with your intuition. Maybe you're having a crisis moment, a self-crisis moment, and you have a lack of confidence within yourself throughout the month of March. Perhaps you're being defensive over things that don't need to be defensive, or perhaps you're not being defensive when you should be, and likewise. Right, we got the Three of Swords coming out with this, so we have got a little bit of pain involved in the month of March for you, and the Seven of Wands. Yeah, that's the defensiveness I was talking about. Maybe you're going to be up on your moral high ground defending something you shouldn't be defending, or perhaps maybe someone else has taken your moral high ground because you weren't defending it properly. Someone knocks you off your horse, so to speak. Okay, so let's have a little look-see at what pans out for the weeks and see where everything goes. Okay, first week we have the Fool. Okay, second week we have the Sun. Third week we have the King of Swords. Fourth week we have the Nine of Wands, and the last week we have the Four of Cups. I'll say the last week going into April. Right, so the Fool card. Okay, this could be the universe just having a little sort of play with me, so to speak. It will quite often put like a changeover card there, like a King of Cups, an indecision, because it's not sure if it's April or May or March even. Okay, it's sort of like an ending one. Maybe it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's changing, things like that. I quite often get a beginning one at the beginning of the month as well, a beginning energy. So it's telling us, well, your month is beginning, but it's beginning anew. It's not just like a new month is starting. It's like a whole new cycle. And let's face it, the month starts on a whole new cycle. There was a new moon. Maybe about I don't know what the time is. Maybe about 16 hours ago, from when I'm recording this, which was the last day of February, the 28th of February, which means we're going into the 1st of March while I'm recording this. And well, it's a new start. It's a whole new cycle. If you're interested, I'm doing a twin flame soul cycle read for that particular full moon. Check it out. Anyway, right, yeah. So you're starting something new in the month of March. Something big is happening for you. It could be, I don't know, meteorological spring is starting. Maybe you're getting out in the garden, starting to plant. Maybe you're doing this for the first time or something like that. Maybe it's a new job. Maybe you're moving into a new house in the first week. Maybe you are starting a new relationship. Okay, let's see what we got clarifying this. I did have a card that fell on the floor. We got the Nine of Pentacles, and we got the Ace of Swords. Again, another starting energy there. Now, the Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence. It's a card of freedom. It's a card of retirement, if you will. You go through the eight. Did I call it the Eight of Pentacles again? The Nine of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is work. Okay, you're working hard to make your money, blah, blah, blah. Nine of Pentacles is, well, you've earned enough money now to put on one side and then live on that for the rest of your natural life. So it's a card of retirement. But because it's a card of retirement, it also makes you independent from work. You don't have to rely on work being there for you to live. Independence. It is also a card of like hitting the jackpot or something like that. And again, if you've managed to amass yourself enough money to retire, then, well, you're kind of hit the jackpot. You don't have to work anymore. You don't have to be bound into all those other things what everyone else who isn't retired are bound into. So there is a truth about this coming out, though, and you know the truth. Perhaps maybe you are retiring this month, okay? And you know that maybe it might not be as easy as you think. Oh yeah, I can imagine it. Yeah, lady or man of leisure sitting there without a care in the world, doing nothing, not having to do anything. I can imagine that gets a little bit boring after a while. Okay? Oh, it's just another day sitting on my sofa watching daytime TV, which I don't really put much emphasis on because, well, people are at work. So they don't pump in lots of money for daytime TV. Yeah, you got the streaming platforms and all that, but at the end of the day, you're just recycling old things when you're watching these streaming platforms. Like once every few months, something new comes out. But apart from that, you're going through the same old. Yeah. So there is a truth about this independence. Maybe you're starting to break up with someone. Maybe you're going to be leaving your current job, but you know the truth behind it. You know the ins and outs, the wheres and wherefores, the pitfalls, the perks, and everything from this decision you're making. We've got the Hermit card crossing all this. This is all being stemmed for this week by the Hermit. It means you've actually gone out, you've learnt. Okay, you put yourself in the wilderness. Imagine you go out into the wilderness, miles away from any civilization, and you learn how to survive for yourself. Okay, and it could be literally that. Maybe you're doing that. Maybe you're going on some sort of survival holiday. Maybe you're starting filming of Naked and Alone. Is it Scared, Naked and Alone? Something like that. When you just get dumped in the middle of the wilderness somewhere by the film crew, and you got nothing but a bag with a few of your choice luxury items in. I don't know someone, but I follow someone on YouTube who's actually been on one of those sort of programs. Her name is Survival Lily. Go and check her out. Anyway, yeah. So you've done it. You've been there. You've sort of worked it all out. Okay, with the Hermit, you've gone inwards. You've worked out what you want from this, what you don't want from this. You've done your homework. You know the truth of the issue. Okay, at this point, I will just point out that this is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. Let me know in the comments where and when things I say resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. We have plenty of different star signs in our birth chart, and maybe you're acting from any one of them. Okay, so go and check out the fire sign one, go and check out the water one, go and check out the earth one. They are already published. This is the last one to be published. So yeah, you've got the pick of the crop, so to speak, where the others might have had to wait for me to pull my finger out. Okay, the other thing, while I'm still shuffling for the second week of March, is not every week might resonate with you. Okay, I'm doing 3 different signs all at once here. Some of these might be for Gemini, some of them might be for Libra, and some of them might be for Aquarius. So bear that in mind as well. All right, so week 2, we got the Sun. Happiness, joy, security. It's there. It's yours for the taking if you want it. I feel that this could be snatching perfection out of the jaws of defeat. No, actually, it's snatching defeat out of the jaws of perfection, I think. Let's have a little look, see what the other cards say. We've got the King of Wands, and we have got the Three of Cups. Maybe I'm all wrong on this. I don't know. Let's see where this is going. So we got the King of Wands. The King of Wands is like a self-centered energy. Maybe you're starting to look after yourself in the second week, putting yourself first, putting you as number one, and everyone else can just take a cue behind you. Okay, it's that sort of, I can't think of any sayings for it. The one that popped into my head was people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, but that is not the saying I wanted. It's you have to be healthy yourself before you can help others. Okay, you have to be in a good place before you can make other people be in a good place. You have to love yourself before you can love anyone else. And so this is what this energy is. You're actually focusing on yourself with the sun there. If you had any sort of questions which have been popping in your head throughout this week, the answer is yes, with the sun coming out. And it's definitely if it's revolving around the second week where these questions popped into your head. So yeah, it is a case of, mate, you're putting you first in the second week of March. Now we've got the Three of Cups coming out as well. Now the Three of Cups is, yes, it could be an energy of third parties, and coupled up with the King of Wands, it could be that it doesn't matter what situation you're in, you're going off doing someone else. Okay, you could be married, you're doing someone else. You could be in a long-term serious relationship, you're doing someone else. Because you want to. Okay, the King of Wands, because I want to. Okay, but that is not the only energy the Three of Cups actually indicates. The Three of Cups is more of a communication on a communal level. So maybe you get a big blow up on your social media platforms. Maybe you're going to some sort of group therapy and it's starting, and this is where you realize you have to put number one first. Okay, you have to put yourself in the driver's seat and make sure you're okay before you can make anyone else okay, and things like that. It is also a card of reunions, so perhaps you are meeting up with someone else and they are triggering this energy. Crossing all this is the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles underneath that. What's underneath that? Oh, Three of Wands. You're not quite there yet. Okay. The King of Swords, well, that's next week, and the Seven of Pentacles. But anyway, we're dealing with the King of Pentacles. No, the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles is like having it all in your life. In the book meanings, it's an abundance of wealth. Now, I always think, like every other word which is thrown about in tarot land, it all depends on what you see the word wealth as. Okay? Some people just see it purely as financial. Okay? I have all this money. I have more money than I can actually spend. And it just sits there making even more money. And you might think it's the perfect, maybe that is your idea of the perfect life, having all that money, doing nothing. Okay? But it could be better. Okay? Maybe others of you feel that your ideal abundance of wealth would be having a modest house with a modest plot of land with maybe a few little bits of livestock and growing your own fruit and vegetables throughout the year and become self-sufficient. Little spoiler here, none of us can be purely 100% self-sufficient. Okay, otherwise you become very good at not knowing much about all trades. You know the basics of them all, but you don't know the technical side of things. At some point you need to get someone else in to help you with something, but you can watch and you can learn, and next time you might not have to, as long as it's the same problem what occurs next time. But anyway, the Ten of Pentacles, what's driving this is either you are getting into a place where you are that comfortable in life that everything is good. Okay, everything's sorting itself out and you can now concentrate on yourself. Or again, maybe coming off this first week of retirement, you've got the abundance of wealth to sit there and actually be retired and concentrate on yourself, reunite with people, friends, and the like. Okay, because you don't have the burdens of work. Obviously, most of the people you'll be reuniting with, unless they're the same age as you, probably do have the burdens of work still. So you find you do get restricted no matter what. King of Swords, week 3. For some of you, this is some sort of legal issue coming up. Maybe, I don't know, maybe your car gets broken into, maybe you get caught speeding. I don't know what it is. It's some sort of legal issue coming up. But But for others of you, this is just the fact that you need to get professional. I harped on about being self-sufficient there and said completely unconnected to the read in general. I said I suddenly blurted out, you can't be 100% self-sufficient. It's just impossible. There's too much out there you need to learn, and you haven't got enough life to learn it all. So you have to rely on others who have spent their time learning it. And yeah, this is it. You have to get a professional in. Maybe some of you have got problems with your plumbing. Maybe some of you have got problems with your heating, air conditioning, whatever it is. And you have to get someone in to help you out. Okay. Yeah, the other thing, the King of Swords is knowing the truth and actually taking action upon that truth. Remember, we had the Ace of Swords coming out as a clarifier in the beginning part of this month. By the middle of the month, yeah, your king is holding that sword. He knows the truth. He's dealing with the truth. The Three of Pentacles coupled up with the Six of Pentacles coupled up with the Three of Swords is talking about the fact that, well, everything should be balanced, okay, but it's not, and it's causing pain. And I'm pretty sure we saw the Three of Swords in the Cup card, okay, and this is it. This is the pain. The pain is in the middle of the month. Maybe you break up with someone and you're thinking that they're going to be all, oh, don't go, come back, and they've just gone, okay, it was nice knowing you, see you later, whatever's whatever, let's go, yeah. And they've just left, and now you're starting to feel the pain. You know the truth of the situation. They never really loved you in the first place. You've squandered all that time. Bear in mind, this is the retirement card. This is talking about getting to the point where you're sort of in your later years. Okay, you've wasted all that time on something you were putting into it, and maybe they weren't putting into it with the Six of Pentacles. Or on the other hand, maybe they've gone and left you because you weren't putting in enough to counteract what they were putting in. The balance is off on that Six of Pentacles somewhere, and it is creating pain. If the balance is right on that Six of Pentacles, that probably would have been a Four of Swords, okay, or something better. But it's a Three of Swords. It's creating pain of some description. For some of you, oh, really? And suddenly just popped into my head, maybe your tires, brakes, something like that are a little bit out of balance, and that is going to cause you pain, possibly financial pain, maybe physical pain. Go and get them checked out, okay? Crossing all this is the Empress, okay? And in this particular case, I feel this is, what's crossing this is your other half. Okay, especially if you're the one who is the more of the masculine of the partnership, going out, earning the money, all that, being the provider. The other half is probably not, okay, and you know the truth about this. You might be coming home, finding the house isn't tidy and clean. It's like, well, I've gone out, I've earned the money. I know this sounds really old-fashioned and 60s-ish. I went out, I earned the money to pay for the food for you to cook, to buy a Hoover for you to clean up with. Okay, it's kind of like a little bit like that. The feminine party is drifting, adrift perhaps, maybe looking for other things elsewhere. Maybe they want to try other people's Hoovers, for example. I do get there is a tinge of that throughout the month of March for you. There is this energy of perhaps someone is cheating. Okay, and I'm not saying who, okay, it could be you. You know if you are or not. Don't lie to yourself about it. Okay, so Nine of Wands. We got defensive. Isn't it funny? I said all that, yeah, and then I said it might be you, and don't lie to yourself. And then the Nine of Wands, we're dealing with that next. Yeah, heavily defending something here. And that could be the lies you're telling yourself, maybe. Or swallowing the lies of whoever's lying to you. There is this unwillingness to let go in here. I'm surprised I haven't seen a Four of Pentacles anywhere. But so we got the Queen of Wands coming out and the Nine of Wands again. And again, it's the feminine energy. Okay. The Queen of Wands is an energy of a two-faced person, someone who will like speak all lovey-dovey to you, to your face, but then behind your back they're slagging you off left, right and centre. Okay, but you're being defensive about this on the fourth week of March. You're defending whoever this person is. Okay, and this is the sort of person who would quite willingly betray you. Okay, now I'm not suggesting for 1 minute the person you're with is like that. Okay, if you are with anyone, and I'm definitely not suggesting they would like that when you first got with them. Okay, but people change. Okay, over time. It's simple. Yeah, think of it this way: you put a glass of milk out on the worktop, and it's fresh out of the cow's udder. Okay, it's as fresh as milk can be. Then you leave it there for a week, and it ain't very fresh anymore. And that's over a week. Okay, now people do the same. As people get older, they change. They decide that what they wanted in life isn't what they want now. It's a change. Yeah, and you hear people say leopard can't change its spots and things like that. There are some things which are ground in really, really deep, and it is hard to change those things. But that is hard to change those things. Yeah. They also say time is the best healer. Well, that's naturally changing things. Yeah. Naturally changing happens all the time, but it happens over time. And if you're in the situation while it's happening, quite often you won't actually realize it's happening. And for example, you might be going to the gym, working out, and you get back and your partner doesn't ever mention once about how you're starting to look fitter, how you're looking in shape, this, that, or the other, because they see the gradual changes. Okay, they have this mindset of you of what you were before you started, and they still kind of see that even after you've been doing it for months. It's not until other people start pointing it out to them that they start to see it. You know, your mind, if you think of when you meet, you went to school with someone and you haven't seen them for years, but then you're walking down the street and you see them across the road. Okay, your mind's made a mental picture of what that person would be like or probably look like now. Yeah, and you see it, you recognize them. You shouldn't, because they've changed so much. They've got older, they're more wrinkly, they've got grey hair, this, that and the other. But you do, because your mind's already made this mental picture of what it is. This is what this is. The mind's already made the mental picture of what you are. You could go to the gym for if you're going to the gym just to impress the person you're with, I won't worry about it, because they don't notice the big change. Yeah. If you went off for a year and came back, yeah, after doing the gym and getting a nice tan in Bonsai Beach or whatever, they would notice, because you appear and you're not matching up with their mental image of you. But as it's a little change over time, yeah, your brain just filters it out. It's cool. I can't think what it is. It's perception blindness or something like that. Okay, you learn about it when you do speed awareness courses. I've been on one too. Okay, anyway, so yeah, we all get caught eventually. So you're defending the person who is not being very nice to you in the fourth week of March. Okay, so, and it's probably linked with the third week of March, because I've kept calling it the third week of March. We've got the Three of Wands coming out for what's driving this, because there is an intention being set. And I'm shuffling already. I'm not entirely sure what this intention is about. Maybe you're defending them to be the nice person, so when it all does finally come out, everyone's on your side. Okay, or there's other intentions being set for some reason. Something isn't quite ready for you to drop and walk away from this. Maybe you're waiting for an inheritance to come in or something. I'm not saying that you are that shallow or anything, but there is something what you're holding on for. There's a timing issue, and you're waiting to see what actually comes off from it. Okay, let's pop that back in there, and let's get the cards out for the Four of Cups. Now, this is the last week going into April. Yeah, it's the boredom. Okay, the last week of March, you're going to be a little bit bored. It's like you're going to be waiting. It's a Three of Wands. It's like you're going to be waiting for something to happen, or something to come about. Let's say, for example, you've planted all your seedlings at the beginning of March, and now you're waiting for sort of mid-April, so you can put them out in the garden. It's that sort of boredom. Yeah, it's all happening. It's just happening at a snail's pace, and you want to be getting on with it. You want to be doing it now, not necessarily next month. Okay, we've got the Two of Cups going with this and the Knight of Pentacles. Well, there's the slowness, the boredom energy. And I'm going to say this is actually someone else you have got your eye on. Okay, there's a coming together of energies. The Two of Cups, it can be seen as the soulmate card and contract card and soul contracts and all that. Let's just take it as there's a coming together. You and someone else, there's a merging. Okay, but it's taking its time. The Knight of Pentacles is the second slowest card in the tarot deck. It is the surefire card. Okay, whatever the Knight of Pentacles is charged to do, it will do. It's just probably not going to do it in the time frame you wanted it done in. Okay, because the Knight of Pentacles plans its route, make sure that there's nothing in the way. It's on a horse, so it's making sure there's no massive chasm the horse can't jump over and this, that and the other. Okay, it's sitting there, it's studying maps and working out tactics and strategies even before it's even got on the horse and started off on its mission. There is something slowing this down big style, and I don't know what it could be. I don't know. There's something slowing it down. Okay, and this is what you're antsy about. This is what you want to be happening quicker. Okay, in the seedling scenario, yeah, it is just literally the natural time of things. Okay, you can't force. Well, you can force these seeds to grow faster, and you can put them out, and you can put them in greenhouses, and you can use lights and special liquid fertilizers and this, that, and the other. Yeah. Have you tasted the difference between a shop bought tomato in the middle of winter and one that you grew yourself? Yeah, there's a big difference. Okay, and that's what happens when you force things. You lose things. It's like wine. Wine improves with age, they say. Okay, it's a bit of a knot actually. It mellows down with age, so it seems smoother, but if you make wine and you're drinking it out of the demijohn you're making it from, even before you put it in bottles, yeah, it's a lot harsher. It's raw, so to speak. It's yeah, you have to wait for it. Oh, let's have a little look. See that I don't want to show it really. We have got the Seven of Swords crossing all this energy at the end of the month, and that is what is actually slowing it all down. Okay, there is something sneaky about the end of the month. Whatever's happening with you and this person is something what shouldn't be happening. Maybe you're talking to a rival company. Maybe you're talking to a rival love interest. Whatever it may be, there's this element of cloak and dagger. Got to do this in the shadows. Got to meet up like once a week when partner X is not about. This, that and the other. Okay? So that is your month of March. Hopefully it resonates with you. If it does, that is fantastic. Don't forget to drop in the comments what resonates with you and if you like this video or not. You can also give it the thumbs up if you're a little bit rushed for time and you haven't got time to leave a comment. That's understandable. And it also lets YouTube know that you like this video by doing so. If you didn't like this video, it's okay. You can give it a thumbs down. I don't mind, but let me know in the comments why, because that way I should be able to improve things for future reads. I keep harping on about this and no one ever bothers. Okay. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I suggest you do so, because that way you're kind of volunteering your energies to the tarot team pot, which then in turn makes reads like this resonate with you on a more personal level. Until the next time you are watching one of my videos, be it the life journey ones I'm halfway through, which I'll be picking up after this one, and the next one will be coming out early hours of tomorrow morning, my time. Mainly because my energy overview in the new moon in Pisces was at about 1:45 this morning, which means my third video of the day is now 1:15 in the morning. But that's my issues, not yours. I'm gradually going to push that out every now and then, and eventually get that lined up with all my other ones. But yes, I don't know. I'm rambling. You enjoy yourself. Have fun out there. Be good.